Every morning, I would wake up at 6 a.m. with bloodshot eyes and a sore, aching body. I would drag myself under freezing cold water just to wake up. Following my shower, I would visualize, journal, eat breakfast, and make lunch before leaving for school. Class ran from 9 to 3, and directly at the bell, I would rush to my car and begin my hour-and-a-half journey to soccer. Practice ran every night for 2 hours, and I would typically get home at around 8 p.m. The remainder of my night from 8 until 12 would be spent doing homework, until routinely falling asleep with my laptop by my side. This was a day in the life of high school Sam. For 1,424 days, I repeated that routine. 4 years, I sacrificed everything to pursue my dream of playing professional soccer. But at the age of 17, everything changed. Mid-November, 1 week before the biggest tournament in my life, I tore the meniscus in my left knee. I felt defeated, mentally and physically, because I just missed the opportunity I had been training for so emphatically. But I wanted this dream so badly, so I got the surgery, I got back onto the field, and just as things were beginning to improve, I tore the meniscus in my left knee a second time. This time I broke down, uncontrollably crying in front of my family, friends, and teammates. I didn't understand my life was beating me to the ground for no reason. I then had a second surgery, and even took a 5th year of high school to keep my dream alive. And just when you thought things could not get any worse, it happened again, this time in my other knee, forcing me to quit the sport I loved. At that point in my life, I had so deeply attached my personal identity to the sport I played. My bedroom was full of trophies, jerseys, and posters of my favorite teams, and my email was SoccerSam99. Soccer was all I knew, and I feared that I would be worth nothing without it. But while all this was going on, I had what I now realize was a very pivotal person in my life, a high school teacher, who helped me take my passion for soccer and funnel it down another avenue. The reason he was so magnetic was that he taught his class with so much passion. And through his teaching, he unconsciously convinced me that I possessed the ability to take the biggest risk in my life, to let go of the only thing I ever knew. It was time for me to reinvent myself. Time for me to redirect all of that energy and passion. Without taking that risk, I would not be the person I am today. I may have never channeled my energy purposefully and started reading books or founded my own volunteer organization. And I definitely would not have built up the courage to be standing on this stage tonight. Now I can go on and tell you about the other risks I've taken in my life, but I'm only 18 years old. The truth is, my life experience is limited. My life alone may not be enough to convince you that taking risks is necessary. But let me ask you a question. By a show of hands, how many of you wish you had the knowledge you have now when you were 18 years old? Oh yeah. You see, my teacher told me that I didn't have to wait for life to happen. That I could tap into this kind of knowledge by studying the lives of amazing figures from history. Through their impact, I will prove to you that taking risks is necessary. Imagine if Martin Luther King decided not to take the risk of stepping outside of his front door and voicing his opinion every single day during one of the most racially segregated time periods in America. Imagine if Malala decided the risk of being shot and killed by the Taliban outweighed the reward of gaining some freedom for women in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Imagine if Thomas Edison decided after 999 unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb that the risk of being labeled a failure outweighed the reward of light. I mean, if it weren't for him, I would not be able to see all your beautiful faces here tonight. And these are only 3 people from history that are ultimately no different than you and I. You see, they're just human beings who decided to take risks in the pursuit of their dreams, and it allowed them to change this world. You see, the risk I encourage you to focus on is the same as these three examples. To follow the innate desires that are deeply embedded within your heart. To be who you are truly meant to be. Living in a world where we are constantly conditioned to believe we can't live out our dreams, the biggest risk we can all take is to follow our heart. Because once you follow your heart and find that passion, and align that passion with your purpose, therein lies the magic equation. The reward of risk. You become unstoppable. And when you become unstoppable, like Dr. King, Malala, and Edison, you too can change this world.